What's up, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to On the Topic Of, where I choose a topic and I talk on it. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Tony Hawk games, and we're just going to kind of ramble about them, the past experiences and games, and the new one that's been announced. So we'll first start off with that. On Valentine's Day, Tony Hawk actually announced that there will be a new Tony Hawk Pro Skater game coming sometime this year, which is really good news because I'm a huge Tony Hawk fan, and basically the history of the games kind of goes back to 1999 with Pro Skater, and then you had the Pro Skater games, the Underground games, the American Wasteland games, and then arguably a Proving Ground game that came out in 2007, and those are really the main ones that stick out in my mind. There were a couple of smaller ones, and then we're not going to discuss the ones with that peripheral skateboard that you stand on in your living room and you look like an idiot, especially when you buy it for Wii and you're like a 300-pound freshman, but that's beside the point. The new Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I think, is coming at the best possible time because back in 2012, Tony Hawk, or whatever company he goes with, I don't think it's Neversoft anymore, but it might have been Neversoft and Activision back then. I don't really know. But, back in 2012, they released Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, which kind of, it made people remember what Tony Hawk used to be, because during that time, whenever people thought about Tony Hawk, they automatically thought about Ride or Shred, the two terrible skateboard peripheral games that came out for the consoles, and, so that kind of refreshed the palette and made people remember, hey, there used to be a pretty good franchise here. So that kind of got people aimed back into it. And now that they've kind of cleaned the palette and let the franchise revitalize itself over time, you know, people have forgotten about the mistakes made with Shred and Ride, and they're kind of ready for a new skateboarding game in general, at least I am. The market is good for this kind of thing, but as far as the game choice goes, making it a Pro Skater title was an amazing decision, because pretty much the way that it breaks down whenever we're talking about the Tony Hawk franchise games is that Pro Skater is a pretty good skateboarding game. Then you've got American Wasteland. Well, actually, no, let's start over. You've got the pretty good skateboarding game, Pro Skater, and then you've got the Underground games, which I find to be the most entertaining. I put hours upon hours upon hours into Underground 2 on my PSP back whenever I was playing that kind of thing. And then you've got the American Wasteland, where it's more story-based and it's more entertaining, and there are a lot of collectibles, and it's the map designs are a little bit more out there, but it's kind of got that Skate feel to it. If you're not familiar with Skate, it's that one game where you got that weird angle where you're looking at a guy's ankle and you're skating around. But the map design is kind of like that, if I remember correctly. And then you've got Proving Ground, which is more of a, it's kind of competing with Skate, which I think came around about the same time. That was the last time we really saw skateboarding games, was in 2007. But I think that Pro Skater is what the industry really needs right now, because as far as sports games go, we haven't seen a skate game in a long time. It's mainly been NBA, MLB, NFL, and NHL, mainly in the sports genres. And so I think that with this new generation and the fact that we haven't really gotten a skateboarding game, it's a really good time to do it if they do it right. One thing I hope that comes out of this new Pro Skater is an amazing soundtrack, because that's one thing that the games are notorious for, is an absolutely gorgeous soundtrack, because the way that the Tony Hawk games work is that no matter what walk of life you're in, or this is at least my personal experience, it makes you feel like you're a rebellious skater kid. You got the music, and then you've got the outfits and the customization and the board customization and the map design, and then if you hit an old lady, she'll like shake her fist at you or whatever, and you've got all of these interesting environmental experiences that help create this atmosphere of, dude, I'm a rebellious kid that rides skateboard, and I can do all these awesome tricks like a 1380 ollie or whatever. I don't even remember what any of the skateboarding tricks are. It's been years since I played this, but I think that the industry is in need of a new skateboarding game, just to kind of take the serious tone out of what's going on. Because right now, coming up, you've got Order 1886 that comes out today. You've got Bloodborne coming out. You've got Dark Souls 2 being remastered on the PlayStation 4 or re-released on the PlayStation 4 with some DLC. And it just seems like there's such a serious tone. It'd be awesome to see a Tony Hawk game come and just sweep people off their feet the same way that Pro Skater 2 did for me. That was my personal favorite in the Tony Hawk genre, or Tony Hawk entries. I guess it could kind of be its own genre. I'm a huge fan of Tony Hawk, if you can't tell. But I really can't wait to see what Tony Hawk does with this series, because if it's anything like what's happened in the past, it has no option but to be an instant hit. But, of course, as we saw with Ride and Shred and a couple of the other smaller Tony Hawk titles, it can kind of flunk. So, depending on how the companies do it, it was in good hands when Neversoft had it, so we'll have to see how the new company does it whenever it comes out, supposedly later this year, but I wouldn't doubt to have it, or to see a postponing of this game, but that's fine with me because we're not in a rush to get it. It's not a yearly franchise by any means, so whenever it comes out, and whenever it does come out, I hope it's awesome. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on Tony Hawk and the new Pro Skater that's coming out later this year. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a like down below and leave a comment saying what your favorite Tony Hawk game is, if you have played any of them, and if you are looking forward to the new Pro Skater entry that's coming out supposedly later this year. Also, if you're new to my channel and you've never seen any of my other videos, check out some of those other uploads. I do new stuff 4 days a week, so there's always something fresh here on the channel. And I do love it when you guys check it out. It makes me feel good inside because it makes me feel like my work is going to a good cause, which I know it is. And also, I want to thank each and every one of you guys that are watching this video right now. My channel doesn't work without you guys, and I appreciate it. So, I'll talk to you guys soon, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.